Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Smart Select Series. I'm Robert Cairns with EnviroSmart Solutions. Today, we're going to be talking about mold in homes. And of course, when we bring this up to homeowners, you ask anyone the question, do you want mold in your house? It's going to be a resounding no. But what I want to do today is I want to go into what causes mold to be a problem and what you might be experiencing if it is an issue in your home. So, for starters, mold is a problem because it causes allergic reactions and illness first and foremost. It can create odors, kind of a musty smell. It can impact and damage your insulation and the structural integrity of your home. And it's even been known, black mold in particular, to cause neurological problems. It can cause epilepsy, like seizures, epilepsy-like symptoms, such as seizures. It's just nasty stuff to be living around. And so you want to do what you can about this because it'll affect your health. It can also affect the value of the home that you're living in. Some symptoms that you might feel, you're going to feel allergic symptoms if you have black mold in your home. It's going to be year round. It's going to be worst during the wet seasons when it rains. The reason for that is mold is activated by water, the presence of water. And so higher moisture content in the air combined with lower ventilation and dark spaces are likely breeding grounds for mold. So in your home, you're thinking your attic, if it's not ventilated properly, or your crawl space, where there's likely to be higher moisture content. Now, a thing to be aware of in the Seattle area, if you were to test 100 homes picked at random in the Seattle area for mold, 95% of them would come back with mold positive. Not all mold is dangerous. In fact, when we do a test on the average house, we usually find between 6 and 12 strains. The question is, are those strains hazardous to you and do they need to be removed? Black mold in particular is something that does need to be removed in an ideal world. You can also, it can cause things like fatigue and persistent headaches. So if you're feeling like you're not getting enough sleep, you're feeling tired, you're feeling like you have allergic reactions, your skin is itchy, that can all point to a mold problem in your home. And it's very likely to be where there is moisture or a lack of airflow, crawl space, attic, around your bathroom fan, stuff like that. Now, mold grows very similarly to vegetation. It develops a root system, it looks something like this. It's very likely to impact porous materials, wood, drywall, insulation, things like that. And while it can technically be killed, that's very, very difficult. You usually got to hit it with bleach in order to do that. More likely, you can suffocate it, which means sealing it off so water doesn't touch it, so the mold spores don't activate. Doesn't kill it, it just puts it into remission. So it's usually best to just fully remove the mold and the infested material from your living space and replace that area while mold proofing it as best you can. And so you want to ask yourself a few questions. You want to ask if you have confirmed mold growth on the property. There's testing kits, or you can hire a specialist to do this. You want to identify any symptoms of mold exposure that you have, right? Your headaches, your allergic symptoms, those kinds of things. You want to identify any areas of your home that are affected. You want to see if there's a need to remove or replace any of those components. And once that renovation is complete, you want to make sure that the company doing it is going to stand by their work, usually in the form of a warranty or a mold proofing solution. So what we will do at EnviroSmart Solution as a standard practice is we'll do some testing in the area just to confirm the presence of mold in the home. Specifically, black mold is what we're looking for, among a few others that are hazardous. We will remove any material that is infested with mold. We will sanitize and deodorize the space just to make sure that it is completely clean and unlikely to come back. And we will replace that infested material with new material, and we will bring in our 10-year mold remediation warranty so that for 10 years, if there is a recurring issue with mold in the future, we will make sure to come back, touch up the work, and ensure that you are no longer facing those symptoms as the person living in the space. Now, if you're interested, if you think that you might have a mold problem, or if you're just interested in starting a project with us, we can come and take a look. Happy to do it any day of the week. You can see our website here, or you can call us directly at 888-664-1337.